Welcome to Yoga with Val. We're going to do a yoga flow. It's going to be a soft moving sequence. We're going to work with the breath and we're going to do repetition. If you know that you need something under your knees for cat or something under your shoulders for bridge, then please make sure you have it to hand. In addition, if you've got a yoga block, you might want a yoga block for moving into a revolved triangle posture. I'm just going to grab my block to one side. There we go. So let's start in our Tadasana. I'll work side on so that you can see the movement of the body better. Think about coming to the position where you're standing, where you're feeling tall. Where do you want your feet today? Can you get weight under the big toe joint, the little toe joint, and into both sides of your heel? Really aware of the weight down through the feet into the mat. Arches lifted. If you can, have your knees facing directly forwards. Legs are nice and upright, making any adjustments into the pelvis that you need to so the pelvis is square. A little tone through the tummy, a little stretch in the lower back. Lengthening the spine, lengthening through top of the head towards the ceiling. Length in the neck and releasing those shoulders. If you feel rounded, think about just opening those shoulders back a little so that the chest becomes open. So we've got our nice Tadasana, our nice upright position, just as you need to. Now, depending on your balance, you might be happy to just soften your gaze as we bring the focus into the breath, or you might be happy to fully close the eyes. So deciding if you can close your eyes fully. Seeing if we can bring the breath in and out through the nose. As you become more aware of your breath, you might find it naturally begins to slow and deepen. If it doesn't, then please encourage it to do so. Long, deep in-breaths, really thorough out-breaths. The out-breath is steady, and you might even draw those tummy muscles in towards the end of the out-breath. So you really breathe out deeply and it encourages a deepness to the next in-breath. So we're going to stay here for a moment, feeling tall and balanced through the body, feeling our spine is upright, aware of the chest being open, bringing our focus into our breath, into our body. Recognizing that this is our time for yoga. We're going to be accepting of the moves we can make, accepting of our body. Recognizing that there might be some moves today that really aren't for us. One more nice deep in and out breath, really bringing your attention into the body. And then we're going to start to move. So I suggest you open your eyes. We're going to start with 5 nice deep breaths, breathing in, stretching the arms up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, those arms release down. We breathe in to stretch up to the ceiling. We breathe out to release those arms down. It might be that with each breath you're stretching further. In breath, arms coming up. Out breath, arms releasing down. Do work at the pace of your own breath. In to stretch up. Out to release down. Last one, stretching up as you breathe in. And releasing those arms as you breathe out. Think about bringing your feet to be hip width apart. We're going to add a forward bend. It's going to be nice and soft and gentle. You're going to work in the way that suits you. If you struggle to coordinate the breath and the movement, focus your attention on the movement. So our in-breath, we still stretch up. And as we breathe out, we're going to soften the knees and come into a forward bend. We're going to breathe in, uncurling and stretching up. We're going to breathe out, softening the knees and curling down. So in breath, we're uncurling and stretching up. Out breath, we're slowly releasing down. Work with your breath, breathing in to stretch up and breathing out to curl down. This is the last one. In to stretch up, out to curl down. Bring yourself back to a standing position. And we're going to work into our revolved triangle. This is going to depend very much on your flexibility. We're going to take a good pace apart with the legs. The body is going to move across, hand coming to opposite leg. Now, you may be coming to your thigh. You might be coming to knee, shin, foot. If you've got a yoga block, you might want to come over onto the yoga block. As we come up, we have to change to go to the other side. So ideally 2 yoga blocks if you're going to use them. We are going to have those outer edges parallel. We're going to keep those hips in alignment with the heels. We're going to reach through our arms. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, go over to the leg. Hand to opposite leg. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, hand to opposite leg. In breath to come up. Out breath to go across. Our in breath brings us up. Our out breath takes us across. Breathing in to come up. Keep working. If you feel dizzy, stop. We're going to do 5 of these. In breath is a movement upwards. Out breath is a dip forwards with a twist. In to come up. I make that 3 each side. Out to come down. In to come up. Out to come down. In to come up, working with your breath. Last one. Out breath, going down. Hand comes wherever it comes on that leg. In breath, you bring yourself up, arms wide. Out breath, we come down. In breath, we come up. Release those arms down. Be aware that you'll probably raise your heart rate. Our next movement is going to see us down on the mat in our cat, and we're going to flow cat to dog. So bring yourself to a nice position where you're on your hands and your knees. Spread those fingers. Ready to get a nice handprint. Those hands aren't going to move. So we're going to release the belly down and look forwards. Then we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to arch into our cat and move through to lift the hips to the ceiling into dog. We're going to release the knees down. We're going to look up. This is an in-breath. As you breathe out, moving through to dog. Breathe in to roll those knees down and look forward. Breathe out, bringing head down, lifting hips into dog. So we breathe in, cat. Breathe out to dog. I will confess I've lost count, so I'm going to go one more cat movement, belly down, head forwards. And one more stretch up into dog. Coming down, relax those feet. Bring the hands back towards the heels and curl into child posture, resting top of the head onto the mat. If you find it more comfortable, take your knees apart a little way. Take a moment to allow your breath, your heart rate to settle. We're going to move from here to lay onto our back. We're going to work into our bridge posture. So if you need something under your shoulders, please place it under your shoulders. It's knees are bent, feet flat to the mat. Ankles and knees, if you need support for the legs, are in together. Otherwise, they're in alignment with the hips. Arms relaxed by the sides, shoulders releasing into the mat. So working into the bridge with your breath. Breathing in. As we breathe out, lift the hips towards the ceiling. Release as you breathe in. Out breath, we tilt the pelvis, lift the hips to the ceiling, roll up into bridge, weight into shoulders. Breathing in, releasing spine down to the mat, steadily uncurling. So it's an out breath as you lift the hips and peel the spine up off the mat. It's an in breath as you release the spine down to the mat, pelvis untilting. Breathe out to roll up. As soon as you need to breathe in, you roll your spine down to the mat. Take a moment to relax. We've got one more sequence left. We're going to breathe in and take those arms overhead. Release as you breathe out. Breathe in, bringing your knees onto the tummy. Relax as you breathe out, those knees stay up. Breathe in, taking your heels to the ceiling. Relax as you breathe out. Breathe in, move knees onto tummy. Relax as you breathe out. Breathe in, curl up into knees. Relax as you breathe out. Breathe in, bringing feet to mat, arms to mat. So we'll work through again. In breath, arms go up overhead and they release there as you breathe out. In breath, knees come onto tummy. They release on your tummy as you breathe out. In breath, heels to ceiling. Relax in this position as you breathe out. In breath, knees onto tummy. Relax as you breathe out. Next in breath, curling up into knees to hug. Relax as you breathe out. Breathing in, replacing feet to mat, arms to mat. Working through again when you're ready. In breath, arms go up and over. Out breath, they release. In breath, knees come to tummy. Keep them there as you breathe out. In-breath, heels go to ceiling. Keep them there as you breathe out. Moving with the in-breath, knees onto tummy. Hold them there as you breathe out. In-breath to curl up. Hold there as you breathe out. In-breath, feet to mat, hands to side. So we're moving on the in-breath. In-breath, arms up and over. Leave the arms there as you breathe out. In-breath, knees onto tummy. Leave the knees there as you breathe out. In-breath, heels to ceiling. Leave the legs extended as you breathe out. In-breath, knees bend up down onto the tummy. Keep them there as you breathe out. In-breath, curling up into those knees. Holding this position as you breathe out. In-breath, releasing feet to mat, arms to mat. One more time through if you're happy to. In, arms up and over. Release as you breathe out. In-breath, knees move on to tummy. Out breath to release. In-breath, heels to ceiling. Keep them there as you breathe out. In-breath, moving those knees onto the tummy. Out breath, holding that position. In-breath, curling up to your knees, hugging them. Out breath to hold the position. In-breath to move hands to mat, feet to mat. We're going to breathe in, bringing the right knee up and hugging in. Breathe out as you release that knee down. Breathe in, bringing your left knee up. And release it down to the mat. Going to have a little twist with the breath, arms out to the side. Now it's up to you. Your feet and knees might be hip width apart. They might be in together if you want a tighter twist. We're going to do it 5 times to each side, working with the breath, so you can adjust as you need to. Okay, so I'll work the first one with my feet apart. In breath at center, releasing knees as you breathe out. The in breath, we roll knees to center. The out breath, the knees release to the other side. As you breathe in, you bring your knees to center. If you want to adjust, this is your opportunity to adjust. The feet are coming in closer together. So as you breathe out, the knees drop over. When you're ready to breathe in, the knees come to center. And wait for the next out breath before you drop the knees over. In breath, they roll to center. Waiting for the out breath to drop the knees over. Breathing in, bringing your knees to center. Breathing out to drop the knees over. In breath, knees to center. Out breath, knees dropping over. Use your in breath to bring your knees to center. Your out breath to drop the knees over. In to center. Last one, out breath, knees dropping over. In breath to center. Out breath, knees drop over. When you're ready to breathe in, they come to center. It's your choice where you go for your relaxation. You might be keeping those knees bent, feet flat to the floor in semi-supine, particularly if that works for your lower back. You might be extending the legs into Shavasana. Find a position where you're comfortable, shoulders releasing, hips releasing, lower back comfortable. Take your focus to your toes. Check your toes are relaxed. Relax and release through your feet. Soften through your ankles. Releasing through your lower legs. Opening your knees. Soft through your thighs. Relaxing in your hips. Soft through your waist. Releasing through your rib cage, your chest and the back. Relax through your chest, through your shoulders. Relax through your upper arms. Soft through your elbows, through your lower arms, through your wrists, through your hands. Relax thumbs and all of the fingers. Relax through your neck, through your head, and all the muscles of the face. Bringing your full attention to your breath. Spend a quiet moment focusing on your breath. As you're ready, beginning to gently wriggle into fingers and toes. Just gently exploring your body and reawakening those muscles. See what sort of stretch is going to work for you today. You might want a long, lengthening stretch through. You might feel in need of a little hug in. You might even feel that your back needs a little twist out. So you're easing out in whichever way suits you until finally you bring yourself to a seated position of your choice. And from our seated position, we'll just take a moment to stretch finally with the breath. So sitting nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. Breathe in to twist to one side. Breathe out to bring yourself to center. Breathe in to twist to the other side. Breathe out to twist to center. Side bending next. Move as you breathe in into that side bend. Come back as you breathe out. Breathe in to side bend to the other side. Coming back on the out breath. A back bend, hands go behind hips. Breathe into back bend. Breathe out to release. Forward bend, breathe in to move. Breathe out to come up. We're going to stretch to the ceiling to finish. In breath, reaching for the ceiling. Releasing as you breathe out. Thank you very much. Namaste.